Yo, woo, excuse me, golly. Like, subscribe, hit the notifications bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. Don't forget, PrizePicks and Props.cast are the sponsors of this channel. You can see above. You can use my promo code DENS059 on PrizePicks, and they'll match your deposit up to $100. And also down here in the corner over here, you see Props.cash. You can use promo code FDG059 for 25% off your first month. And don't forget that if you want to catch this podcast, you can definitely catch it on uh, uh, YouTube Music, as you can see the logo right there. All right, today I need to bounce back from yesterday. Yesterday was not the greatest day for me. However, need to bounce back. Today feels so chalky, man. And every once in a while we get to one of those chalk days. So hopefully, hopefully the chalk hits because I'm leaning towards a lot of chalk today. All right. A busy day for me today. I have to do a few things here, but I'm gonna just go run on down the line. All right, starting with the New York Mets and Detroit Tigers, and right off the back, I'll tell you this one thing here. Okay, look, before you take any bats, before you take anything, whatever the case may be, you see we got rain in the forecast again. Winds going out center 13, 15 miles an hour. Then right here, get to a lineup page, man. Whenever these lineups are in yellow, that means that they are confirmed lineups. Okay, so there you have that. Even before you put your hit parlays in and stuff like that, these batters that I give you guys, make sure they're playing. Make sure they're in the lineup. All right. Make sure you check the weather. All right. Sometimes, especially with this pitching, you don't want to, you don't want to be out there fucking with, them pitchers in that bad weather. Before I even go any further, let's just go right here to Twitter and check out and see if we have anything from Kevin Roth. He's the meteorologist that I follow. So let's see, do we got anything? Anything. He doesn't have anything out right now. I don't know. He might be at work. He might be sleeping, or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but we will see. Let me see something. Let me go to Facebook. 1 second, guys. Let me see if I can find a link to today's weather. Let me see. 5-3. Mm, Today is the third, of course. Game one, chilly with a few sprinkles. Today the rain is spotty enough to play through a few raindrops. I won't fully rule out a late start, but I don't expect it. Philadelphia, uh, the Dodgers, maybe a drop or two of rain, nothing impactful. Winds out to center. New York Mets, their second game is a go. So y'all already know. Y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all know what's going to happen in the second game. Yellow, green, Chicago, Washington, spotty showers. The chance of anything being heavy enough to cause problems is low. Cleveland at New York, model show a near stationary batch of rain sitting over New York until rain itself clears out, which would be hours after the first pitch. First, we need to see exactly where the rain set up, as it could end up being near the ballpark instead of over it. And secondly, we'll need to watch the radar trends to see how quickly it dissipates. I'm more optimistic that the models should have me feeling, but we'll see. I fuck around and read that wrong. Toronto at Boston. Some lingering light rain, early clearing, late start is possible, but the game should play. Seattle and Oakland, wet, but mostly light stuff by this evening and fading. I'm putting this at a yellow for a late start potential, but as this game, but but as this is the last game, I note to place all your eggs in this. I note to not place all your eggs in this basket in case it looks a bit rough tonight. All right, so right, so here's the thing, because I didn't know that about that Seattle game, so I'm gonna have to temper my expectations and watch. All right, so this is important. This is very important. You might think I'm rambling or whatever the case may be, but it just is what it is. I showed you guys how to get there. I showed you guys who it is. I showed you guys whenever you see a link, just click on it. The rotogrinders.com weather MLB, and he's gonna give you a brief. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta use your own judgment and things like that, but man. I'm telling you. All right. So let's just run through it. Like I said. So look, it's gonna be New York Mets or nothing for me against this Dodgers team here. All right. Um, I want to take a slight lean to the over 4.5 Ks for Lukeski. It just is what it is. Oh, it's at 5.5 now. Interesting. I don't know about that, but this Detroit team is striking out. I can give you guys some numbers there, courtesy of props.cash here. Okay, so Lukeski, he's hit this number once for San Francisco, another team that strikes out, and then versus left hand pitching, this Detroit team that's striking out the second most. I'm gonna keep it moving. Okay. Um, Next game on the docket here. I'm looking at Arizona Diamondbacks and Texas Rangers, and this fat guy, whatever, how you fat, he's supposed to have that stuff, all right. But I'm not, I'm not gonna look too much into that right now. 106 start. I might take a stab at his K's. I don't know. But we'll see. We didn't have a line out for him. I ain't even gonna look for a line right now. Something I'm gonna meditate on. Okay. San Francisco Giants at Houston Astros. All right. Houston Astros, man, they don't even think what happened yesterday. I don't know, man. Either way it goes, we got over under 7.5 in this spot. We got Webb on the mound. We got Valdez on the mound. I give the bats a lean to the pitching lean to Houston. Bats leans to Houston. Bats who I'm gonna like here is gonna be these lefties, Tucker and Alvarez. Wouldn't be surprised if one of these guys go bomb, if not both. So I like those two bats there. Um, I like the Houston. I like Houston to bounce back on the money line here. All right. So that wine's 166. It's gonna be a way that I'm gonna have to probably try to knock that juice off. Maybe a pair of performance doubles. I have to see. Let's see. Valdez, 5 strikeouts to the win at minus 140. That ain't too far off from that. Still a little bit high for my liking. 6 Ks in the win. Can talk you off of that. So then, like I said, even if you want to just get to the one of those guys for a hit, then that's something too. All right, because I might the money line. I don't. I mean, the run line. I don't know, man. The San Francisco team, they've shown some peskiness here and there, but I don't know. Maybe if I even take both of these guys for a hit, even if they're in the lineup, you can get a minus 122 for them, or you can get the money line and a hit for those guys at a plus 161. Take Tucker off, and you'll get a plus 100. You could probably get the same if you take Jordan off and put Tucker on in the money line. You could probably get a plus 100 either way it goes with just one of those guys. So that's what I'm looking at right there. I couldn't even talk you off of a money line and the under 1.5 runs in the first inning. All right, because these are different ways that you can attack this here. All right, so that's in play as well. You get a plus 102 for that. Okay, all right. Next game on the docket here is Cincinnati Reds and San Diego Padres. Over under 9 in this spot. Sessa has been giving it up. We got Lugo. Right off the back, his money line parlays, run line straights, run line still a minus 128. But, I like these San Diego Padres on the run line. I like San Diego Padres bats in this one here. I like the bats as well. Favorite bats probably going to be Xander Bogaerts, but Bogarts, or however you want to say it. But there's multiple bats on this team here. That total of 9 is in jeopardy. You might want to look at a team total or something for the San Diego Padres. It might be sitting at a flat 5. Okay, let's see. That might be sitting at a flat 5. So I don't know. Yeah, my God, it's sitting at a 5.5. So I don't know if I'll get there, but it's definitely warranted. Sessa gives up runs galore. All right, and he's 100% to runs in the first inning too. I want to say. So let me see. Props.cash. Let's go over here. Let's check this no runs first inning because this might be a yes run first inning here. Sessa. Let's go to 2023. Luis Sessa. Um, yeah, he is 0-5. 0-5. Wow. He's been getting his ass beat up. Um, Philadelphia Phillies at Los Angeles Dodgers here. We got an over under 9 in this spot. Um, those Dodgers, man, the bat's starting to wake up. Mookie's starting to wake up. I mean, hey, I don't know. I didn't have a lot for this one here, man. Tell you the truth. Nola slowly coming around. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. Tell you the truth. Another game I'm undecided on, but I've been riding Braves. You know, I've been a Braves all over the Braves. I'm gonna take the Braves on the money line, but you know, it's not a play that I really want to give out. But I'm gonna take them on the money line, man. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm gonna take them on the money line because I got plenty Braves money in my pocket. They've been a locomotive. All right. Pittsburgh Pirates at Tampa Bay Rays. We got an over under 7 in this spot. Where I'm looking at right here, I'm looking at the outs here for Shane McClanahan. 17 and a half. I think he could get there. That means he has to pitch 6 innings. Okay. The another reason why we have to have all these books at our disposal here. Because we get you know different books offer different things. So you got Caesar Sportsbook. Here's a book that's gonna let run it up. Okay, they're gonna let you run it up, and they offer things that cater to my playing style. Okay, such as let's see. I mean, I like the money line here. Mm, no, where was I at? I was at okay, I was at Pittsburgh Pirates. Okay, so I actually like Tampa Bay Rays to win this game. So let's go to same game parlay, and then I like the outs here for Shane McClanahan. Okay, it's a parlay piece at minus 198, but it is what it is. Okay, I couldn't talk you off the under in that game, but it is what it is. All right. New York Mets, Detroit Tigers here. We don't have any strikeout props for Scherzer. I want to get to his strikeouts, but we don't have them out, man. So it is what it is. But what I'm going to end up doing here, I'm going to end up taking these guys on the run line here. All right, money line parlays, run line straights. I'm taking the Mets on the run line in this spot. Okay, uh, minus 134. It's pretty juiced up, but Scherzer first game back, so it is what it is. Coming off suspension, it is what it is. Going up against these Detroit Tigers. All right. Cleveland Guardians at New York Yankees here. We got an over under 7.5 in this spot. Schmitz, not my favorite pitcher. Bieber, he doesn't strike out that much. Strike that many, strike out that much. He doesn't strike that many batters out, but I still get a pitcher lean towards Cleveland here. And the bats as well, tell you the truth. There's a few bats over here that I like. Favorite bat here is going to be Ramirez, all right? I like Ramirez for a hit all the way up to a home run. Um, I'm going to have to take Cleveland, man, on the money line. Minus 132. That's a nice play for me. So give me Cleveland Guardians money line. Naylor. I mean, let me see. I'm going to give you guys my bats right here. Um, Juan, Ramirez, yeah, Naylor. I like these guys here, man. Favorite bat's gonna be Ramirez, man. Quan, I couldn't talk about Quan either. So it is what it is there. All right, it's Cleveland. All right. The Cubs here. We got we over under 8 in this spot. Cubs minus 198 favorites. Um, right off the back, it's going to be the Cubs or nothing for me in this spot. What I'm looking at here is taking Marcus Stroman outs over 16, 17 and a half here, and then on Caesars here, I'm looking at the same game parlay. Let's get to it. Um, I'm going to take the Cubs money line here, and I'm going to take the 17 and a half outs recorded. This is the only book that lets you put outs in your same game parlay. I don't know if I want to mess with Stroman strikeouts there, sitting at 4.5. I don't know if I want to mess with that. But right now, looking at Stroman strikeouts versus, and then looking at this Washington lineup, they just don't strike out much. So I'll probably just tip my expectation with that. You see, they 28th in the league at striking out. So right now, even I could just get this right here for a plus 110. And you can run it up. So you see this says super parlay. You can do super parlays here on Caesars. Okay, you can put all those legs together. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is with that. All right. Toronto Blue Jays at Boston Red Sox here. We got an over under 9.5. I expect the runs to be put up in this one. I don't know if I want to go for that over, but you guys, you can look and see how many runs the runs been piling up in Boston. All right, so I couldn't take you off the over here. We got plenty bats to look at that I like in good spots here. Uh, George Springer, Bo Bichette, Vlad, Chapman, Varsho, these guys been killing it. Verdugo, Devers, Matsaka. I mean, hey, I couldn't talk you off the over here. I don't know if I'm going to bet it. I don't really bet too many totals and stuff, but the bats are in play. Minnesota Twins at Washington, at Chicago White Sox in the spot, over under 8. One thing I can say is we got a righty on the mound here. Varland. Varland does gives up his worst pitches to the right hand batters. However, these Chicago White Sox, they like to hit lefties, So you got Cease on the mound. I get a pitching lean towards the White Sox here. These White Sox batters are in a good spot here. This line is fishy. Couldn't talk you off the 7.5 Ks for Cease. He's due for a blowout game right now. So I might sprinkle some on the 7.5 Ks, the over for Cease. And I hate to say this, but I'm leaning towards Chicago White Sox. And Buxton hits righties well, but his numbers aren't that good. Versus Cease, he only faced him 1 or 2 games. Baltimore Orioles at Kansas City Royals here. I get the pitching lean and the bats to Baltimore. Give me the Baltimore. It's going to be Baltimore or nothing for me in this spot. Baltimore just simply has to outscore people. You see it every day. All right. The over under 9 in the spot. So it is what it is. Los Angeles Angels at St. Louis Cardinals here. Give me the over 6.5 Ks for Ohtani. It is what it is. He don't get there. He just don't get there. All right. Give me the over 6.5 Ks for him. All right. I can't let it go. I mean, I'm used to paying 7.5. Milwaukee Brewers at Colorado Rockies over under 12. No matter which side of the team you on, if you're a right hand batter, give me the righties here. The righties over here. I'll be looking for hit parlays in this game. Righties on both sides of the ball here. Over under 12. You know it's Coors Field. You know what happens there. Seattle Mariners at Oakland Athletics over under 7.5 in this spot. We just went through the weather earlier, okay? Because what I was looking at, if the weather is fine, I'm gonna tell you what I'm looking at here. All right. I'm looking to take the strikeouts and the outs. I'm looking to take the strikeouts and or pitching outs for Gilbert here. Okay. I'm undecided, so I got all day to think about it. All right. So outs recorded. That's probably going to be, because it's a parlay piece at minus 178. And then I'm looking at taking the 5.5 Ks for him. And you can get that at plus 121. That means he has to get 6 strikeouts and pitch 6 innings, a full 6 innings. And if you think, if you're feeling froggy, you think they're going to win this game, you could do a trifecta right up in there with that. And you can get that money line, outs, and, strikeouts for a plus 197. And like I said, this is a 7-leg right here. If you want to just slap all these together, you can. This is my style of play. These outs, adding outs into the equation, finding the right mix of correlations between outs, strikeouts, and wins. This is my style of play. So it is what it is. I love the fact that they've added outs, but sometimes they're stubborn with the lines. But it is what it is, guys. Take what you like, leave what you don't. Peace out, man.